Hey, what's going on? It's Doug Cunnington here. I'm from Niche Site Project and this YouTube channel, and this is a long overdue update for the Age Site case study. The premise of this case study is to buy a pre-made site, an aged niche site based on Amazon affiliate and the Amazon Associates program, and basically outsource all of the activities, keyword research, writing the content, link building, all the stuff, outsource all that, and then hopefully hit an ROI as soon as possible. This is the year-end update. So I kind of slacked off over the last couple months. I took some time off and I visited family and friends and didn't do a lot of work. So we're going to do the end of year update. I'm going to be telling you about the revenue for the whole entire year of 2019. I'm going to talk about the traffic and some of the other metrics that we can get and analyze in the Search Console. So we're going to check out that stuff as well. And I can tell you that we may be shifting this case study a little bit. And by the way, there are many other videos. So if this is your first foray into the Age Site case study, watch this video. You'll get a little bit of insight about what's happening right now, but you should definitely watch the other several videos. I'll put a link in the description, of course, so you can get to those. I think there's a playlist. There should be a playlist. But the big thing is you could check out nichesiteproject.com/ASCS for Age Site case study. There are raw notes there and screenshots for like month-over-month growth and just other information. Plus, there are links to all the services that I use, and there are probably links in the show notes for this video as well. And I'm an affiliate for each of those services. So if you sign up using my link, I appreciate it very much. And I also most likely will get a commission. It won't cost you any more. A lot of times you actually get a discount, but I talk about all the services that I use, the pros and cons of using them. So the URL is nichesiteproject.com/ASCS, Age Site case study. You got it. All right, let's look at some of these metrics. Now we're looking at data from the Google Search Console that gives us a little bit of an idea, the performance, as far as search goes. So we are looking at the dates here. Like I took over the site in mid-June. So that is around June 16th is where I actually got some data. And through the end of the year, December 31st. Okay, and we can see basically just like consistent and slow growth. A couple things to note. I don't like this little functionality here. I'll have to remember that. So the total number of clicks, basically those are visitors, almost 16,000, so 15.8, and then a lot of impressions overall. A couple things I want to point out here is there's no hockey stick growth. It's just slow, consistent growth. And in November 8th, that is when a Google update came around. And basically, that was November 8th, and there was a little bit of an uptick right around here, right? So right around there was a little bit of an uptick, and basically there wasn't any sort of like huge growth afterwards, but it just kind of bumped up a little bit and continued moving on. So that is a good thing. The retail season often you get just more sales anyway. So this is kind of what we expect to see. And from my perspective, I did a lot of work in like July and August and then didn't do much after that. So there's like pretty good growth overall. Now, before I go on, I want to mention that I do talk about expenses in one of the other videos. I could let you know I'm about $12,500 in. That's how much I've spent so far. So we are negative right now. Like we're not even close to turning a profit yet because it's so expensive to hire out and sort of take shortcuts. It makes it really hard to hit your profit. So I'm going to talk about that more in a second, and leave a comment if you want to see a detailed analysis of the expenses so far, month by month, all the P&L, all that stuff. I have a spreadsheet, and just let me know if you want to see it. Just leave a comment. Hey, I want to see the spreadsheet. So now we're moving on to Google Analytics, and we can see, very similar to what we were checking out before, as far as the slow growth. So again, this is from roughly June 16th all the way until the end of the year. And you can see, there's just a little bit more. The lows don't get quite as low and the highs are just a little bit higher. So week over week, there's just a little bit of growth. Again, you can see November 8th, roughly in this area right here. That is where there was a little uptick, and then we just continue to grow. Right around the holidays, I think right after Christmas, there was a bit of an uptick here. And I believe that is due to people getting gift cards and then wanting to like buy things. So they got a gift card. This was Christmas right here. That's what that is. And basically, when you get a gift card, you're like, hey, I'm gonna go buy something. The other thing to note is mostly organic traffic right here. So that is about 95% organic traffic, which is what we expect. It's like, I don't know how to use this little pencil, which is true. I don't know how to use the pencil. So 95% of the traffic is coming from Google, and the referral traffic here, about 1.5%, that is indeed from, most likely that is from the blog comments that I leave out there. I hired a company called OK Relax. They went out there, would do comments 5 days a week, would roughly do like 5 to 8 comments each day. So not all of them would land, not all of them were perfect, but in general, it leads to people going to the site. There are links going to the site, and it's a way to network within the niche. And let's move on to the earnings. So for the year, the site has made just under $500, so $498.53. And you can see here that basically December ended up being about 3x as high as the previous couple months. So we were around $60 here for October and November. And then here you can see we have about, I am struggling, we have about $188 right here. So that is pretty good from my perspective. I think when I kind of take a step back, I think maybe it could have been a little higher. Maybe if I would go and edit the content a little harder, make sure all the best practices are done, maybe we'd be at a little bit higher of revenue each month. But as I mentioned, I took a lot of time off, and part of the case study, part of the idea is to like simulate what it's like to outsource everything, not do much work. Now, with that said, the expenses have been quite high. If you want to see more details on the expenses, I can go do a whole video on that. So please leave a comment. And basically what I can do is cut some of the expenses so that, let's say this levels out and we make $100 per month. If I can cut the expenses way down while slowly growing the revenue, that's going to obviously be a much faster path to hit an ROI positive situation. Basically, if I keep running at the rate that I am, I'm going to need a lot like more bang for the buck, meaning if I pay for a guest post and it costs $400, I need that to at least pay for itself and more. And right now, it's hard to connect the dots. Yes, there's probably going to be some snowball cumulative effect by getting more backlinks, getting high quality backlinks through guest posts that are on sites that actually get traffic from Google. All that can happen. But if I can do that at a cheaper price, then I'll be able to shift this, make more money faster while keeping expenses lower, thus reaching the ROI positive goal that I set at the beginning. So let me know what you think. I hope this has been helpful. I know several people have emailed me and they're like, hey, I bought a site. I'm following exactly what you're talking about, and it's working out really well. I hope you use my affiliate link if you're taking that route. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the next video.